Hello and welcome to the Week 1 Forum for American Federal Government. I want to spend a little time talking about the forum itself and what the expectations are, not just for Week 1 but for going forward. First of all, remember the idea of the 4-4-1 kind of formula. You have to make first you have to make a first post that tells me that you're reading the material. Then you have to make 4 reply posts that are distributed over 4 days of each week. Okay, that's the idea for that is to try and encourage you guys to check into the website at least on a semi-daily basis. Okay, if you are checking in more frequently, you're less likely to let assignments slip. You're more likely to be doing the things you need to do in order to do well in this course. So remember, the first post needs to be 75 words. Your reply post needs to be at least 50 words. Those are minimum, okay? More is required if you want to earn, 15 out of 15 or something like that. You really need to be posting 100 words, in your replies and your posts. So the idea again is, for the forums, it's supposed to be sort of like a week-long virtual classroom. And again, it doesn't work that well if people are just alternatively going in on Tuesday and doing all your posts, or waiting until Sunday and doing everything. You don't really get, I think, the benefit that you would otherwise. So the other thing is that for each weekly forum, obviously you're responsible for the assigned material. This week you're reading chapter 1. I also want to note, and this is something that I've posted in the instructions for the Week 1 forum, and that is that if you go to RSU TV's website, to the distance learning channel, and click on their educational link, you'll find some concurrent education courses, and one of those is American Federal Government, and it's me giving lectures based on the course material. So there are 32 of those videos. They're distributed. Obviously, for this week, it's just lecture 1, which deals with the introduction, all in one lecture. Most of the chapters are 2 chapters, or 2 lectures, 2 separate lectures. So make sure you watch those videos. They're useful, I think, and hopefully they will help you understand the material that you're reading. I also have assigned an article, and each week I'm going to assign you a short, it's a couple of pages worth of an article that's dealing with a topic related to the assigned material. So this week, the article is out of USA Today, and it's basically the title of the article is "America Divided," and what are some factors that lead us to be so polarized politically. And I think the author, again, the point of the article is not to say, oh, well, you need to agree with this. It's rather to get you to think. And you can disagree with the articles that I'm assigning you. In fact, what I'm wanting you to do is to form an opinion and to use that, bring that opinion with you into the forum. So it's just a little extra incentive for you to think about this material. And so this week, to me, one of the most interesting points in the chapter is this idea of declining trust, and it really highlights something that is such an essential feature of governance that we don't talk about enough and that we don't emphasize, and that is the role that trust plays in politics. We have to keep in mind, we don't practice politics with the people we love and the people we agree with, the people that we live with, our parents, our children, and things like that. Politics doesn't really exist for that. Politics exists to manage conflict, right? It's important to recognize politics exists because any society of any size is almost certainly going to have a great deal of disagreement within it as to who should get what, right? How do we distribute valuable and scarce goods? And so without trust, it's really hard to see our way clear of governing, and what are the indicators that we're having difficulty in governing? And to me, the article points out our institutions are crumbling. People have less and less trust and less faith in the House of Representatives, in the presidency, in the courts, and importantly in the media. Right? We have a whole chapter where we'll deal with the media and what it does well and what it does poorly. But it's important to keep in mind that the media is how we get informed, right? And one of the things that's happened is that as our politics has divided, so too has the media. The media is chasing audiences, and they're becoming more and more extreme in terms of the content, especially when you look at social media. And so it's a real challenge to understand how you heal those kinds of divisions and cause people to trust again. Because to me, the biggest challenge and what a big part of what happened in 2020 is that Donald Trump exploited a lack of trust among Republicans and basically persuaded a significant fraction of the Republican, electorate that the election was stolen. I don't think there's any evidence to support that. But nevertheless, people took it on as an article of faith. Donald Trump says, that the election was stolen and that massive voter fraud occurred. Therefore, that's what I believe, absent any facts. And so, hopefully, one of the things we're going to learn in this over the course of this semester is, to believe in facts, to believe in science, to believe that we can do better in terms of governing and in terms of managing our relations with one another. And so, give that article a read and let me know what you think, and let's have a great discussion this week.